off the shores of Lake Erie. We are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Cincinnati Bengals. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And off we go from Cleveland. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll go down at the 2-yard line. What a disaster there.
Only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
From his own end zone, Fields. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And right away, he lost the football. So not quite out of danger just yet. Still backed up a bit, but only need a few inches here on second down. To throw is Fields. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
And they come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward. And they'll get him down right about the 20.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
On 2nd and 7, Burrow. And it's complete right back to Ridley. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Sermon. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Sermon. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt, and this Browns defense stands tall. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Play action. It's Fields. Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Off play action, Fields. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A first down there on a pickup of 25. A shotgun snap, Fields. Throw left side complete. That's Baker. A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the visiting Browns who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in Cleveland.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And some room to maneuver. And oh, his first carry, he loses the football. And the Bengals grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This is really, really difficult for teams to coach because you love the extra effort, right? Would he break a couple of tackles? I mean, he was really trying to gain the extra yardage, but you also have to have an idea that people are going to come up behind you from the side, trying to take care of the ball while you're trying to get extra effort. Sometimes you have to know when to say when and maybe just go down.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Burrow on play action. He completes it to Ridley. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
First down, Bengals.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 39-yard line.
Running left is Sermon.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
C.J. Henderson on the tackle. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter with no score.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Myles Garrett breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
Enough to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And Old Mo is a very, very...
In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Fields throw complete there to Bateman.
And he's brought down. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Back to throw, Fields.
Flush to his right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here's Fields. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
A play fake. Now Fields to throw.
And this is going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it.
Fields throwing again.
He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
Now a 1st down throw, Fields.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Trey Hendrickson able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. Another try after the 1st down sack.
Fields.
This is the tight end, Njoku. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now Fields.
He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
They snap it to Fields.
Escaping the pressure right. And this one is incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Bengals will get the football back.
Brandon, let's file this play away for later. Let's note this play because, to me, it's not out of the question that the decision to pass up the 3 there could come back to haunt them later on.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them,
and this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. They give him a gain of 38.
Well, these two teams met in Cleveland earlier in the year with the Browns coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in Cleveland to complete the season sweep.
Play action. It's Burrow.
They're going for Howard, but the pass
intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now the Browns will use the... First of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. On play action, Fields. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. They'll throw it across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. The
This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. On 3rd and 1, Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. Sermon. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. And they go play action now. Burrow. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. They go play action with Burrow. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow, slant pass to Boyd. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsom. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. Nothing is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. Taken at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And Charles, a scoreless first half. How does that change how you assess things here moving forward?
Well, it doesn't change it a whole lot because, remember, it's still scoreless, which means you're starting from 0 again, so you just have one half to play instead of 2. What I would look at my play sheet, though, and see is something that maybe loosens things up for my guys, gets a smile on their faces, and gets them going to begin the second half.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Now a 2nd down and 6. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Sermon now on 1st and 10. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Burrow looking to pass. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. And they'll run with Sermon. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Again with Sermon. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. How about this Browns defense they've held so far? This is now 3rd and goal. They'll try and run for the first with Sermon. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Here we go on 4th down. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Trey Sermon, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Fields on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Play action. It's Fields.
And my goodness, another interception. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bengals drive about to get going. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
Burrow on play action. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. K'Lavon Chaisson able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. To try again after the sack. Burrow, he'll let one go deep for Howard. It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 26. As a defense, what a nuisance when you look on the other side and they've got a tight end that can run a post route like that.
And you felt the ground shake, didn't you? Oh, even all the way up here in this booth. How about when he grabbed the football? You could see the terror as everyone was thinking, do I even want to try and tackle that big man?
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in by Ridley here.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
From the 22, Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 11th touchdown of the year.
And the Bengals are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Pettis now on the return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
At the 43-yard line.
To throw is Fields. Shreds it with a stiff arm. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 41-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete there to Bateman. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Fields throwing again. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Catch number 44 on the year. It's a first down. Fields now to throw. Got his man, Baker. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Back to throw. Fields. Touchdown! David Njoku. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. There he goes left side, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Koo for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Pettis now on the return. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now a first down throw, Fields. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Von Bell. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. That one looks like he'll throw here. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Grant Delpit. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line. And that's where the return stops. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That is caught. Bateman. The 40. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
And I think this is what the early proponents of the forward pass were thinking about. Get it to a receiver and have him do some work afterwards in order to create the big play we just saw there.
And the next-gen stats show us the tale of how much yardage he was able to tack on after the catch. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here we go with Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Play action supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. Throwing now is Joe Burrow. He sets to fire deep. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
And one last throw here for Fields. And it's caught. It's a touchdown with zeros on the clock. And an extra point will send us to OT.
Well, there's no doubt they just seized the momentum with that one. They can go ahead and kick the extra point here and ride that home wave on into overtime.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied at 21. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick...
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First throw in overtime now for Burrow. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they said it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
45 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns 16. That one goes for 24 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. To the right side, this is Sermon. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, another shot for Sermon. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Well, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Calling no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. On 3rd down, here's Sermon. And Sermon is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So they say forget the field goal and the lead. They're going for the win in OT here on 4th and goal. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys at the concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. But